The device shone faintly in my unsteady grip, its glow harsh against the dimness of the room. The glass surface reflected me back like an unkind mirror, forcing me to face a reality I had tried to deny. A month earlier, I had begun a quiet ritual, keeping track of the small moments when Sarah's warmth slipped further and further away. They were tiny at first, almost dismissible, her cheek turning when I leaned in for a kiss, the way her excuses for avoiding dinner out grew vaguer, or how a sharp sigh would cut the air whenever I asked how her day had been. Each instance felt like a grain of sand falling through my hands. Instead of ignoring them, I wrote them down. Each entry was wound in ink, a record I hoped would eventually prove me wrong. But tonight, on the 31st day, the pattern was undeniable, no longer a whisper but a thunderous accusation. The room was cloaked in shadows, the only illumination spilling from a corner lamp that threw jagged light across the mantel. Our wedding photo sat there, its smiling faces mocking the silence that now filled our home. Upstairs, I could hear Sarah's footsteps, measured, steady, pacing. I sat on the couch with my notebook open across my knees. Its pages were littered with scribbles and dates, every line a reminder of how our bond was fraying. October 3rd, she recoiled when I touched her hand. October 12th, she claimed exhaustion, turned down movie night, yet I heard her typing on her phone past midnight. October 27th, she smiled at her screen, then quickly locked it when I entered the room. Reading it all back felt like betrayal, as though by writing her actions down I was spying on my own wife. But this wasn't spying, it was self-preservation. The unease hadn't appeared suddenly. It crept in slowly, carried in silences where laughter used to live. Sarah had once been my anchor, her hazel eyes bright with mischief, her laughter the cure to my darkest moods. But lately those eyes darted away, and that laughter was reserved for someone else. I convinced myself it was work. The new job at her marketing firm demanded late nights, long hours. I explained away every red flag, patching together excuses to keep believing in us. That illusion shattered last week when a name lit up her phone, Evan, followed by a heart. She brushed it off, but the image branded itself in me. Tonight, the truth could no longer be contained. When I borrowed her phone under the pretense of checking a restaurant's hours, my hands trembled as I scrolled. The messages between her and Evan were a blade twisting deeper with every word. "Miss you already," he had written just the night before. Her reply, "Me too. Same place," made my vision blur. Thread after thread revealed more, casual texts that masked clandestine meetings in hotels, in cafes, in places I had never been invited. "Jake." Her voice broke the silence, sharp and startling. I nearly dropped the phone. She stood at the base of the staircase, her hair loose around her shoulders, her expression wavering between curiosity and fear. "What are you doing with my phone?" I set it down on the coffee table, deliberate, as if laying a weapon between us. "Checking something," I answered, though the steadiness of my tone betrayed the storm inside me. "And I found more than I expected." Her face shifted, panic flickering before she masked it with irritation. "What's that supposed to mean?" I held up the notebook. Its worn cover was proof of my obsession. 30 days, Sarah. I've been keeping track, every deflection, every excuse, every lie. And now this. I gestured toward the phone. "Evan. Who is he?" She froze. Her lips parted, but silence stretched between us. I ached for her to laugh, to dismiss it, to call me paranoid, to fold me into her arms like before. Instead, she stood silent, and her silence screamed. "Say something," I whispered, my voice ragged. "Tell me I'm wrong." Her arms folded across her chest, her gaze falling. "Jake, it's not what you think." "Then what is it?" My voice rose as the notebook slipped onto the couch. "Because it looks like you've been sneaking off with someone else, trading lies, smiling at his texts while I'm here begging for you to see me." Her eyes flashed with defiance. "You're overreacting. Evan is just a colleague. We work together, that's it." "A colleague you meet in hotels?" My words cut sharp. "A colleague you send heart emojis to at midnight? Don't insult me, Sarah." "Not now." She flinched, twisting her hands together. "Fine," she whispered. "It's complicated. Evan and we got close. But it's not physical. It's emotional. I needed someone to talk to. She stopped, her next words hanging heavy. And you? Me? What about me? My heart pounded as I stepped closer. You stopped seeing me, she snapped, voice trembling. You were always busy, always distracted. I felt invisible, Jake. And Evan, he listened. He made me feel like I mattered. Her confession landed like a blow. I wanted to shout that I had been right there, loving her, trying desperately to hold us together. But deep inside, I knew she wasn't entirely wrong. I had been drowning in my own stress, blind to the fractures spreading between us. Had my neglect pushed her into his arms? The thought burned. That doesn't excuse it, I said, my voice low. You could have come to me. We could have fought for us. Instead, you chose him. I didn't choose him. Tears brimmed in her eyes. I was lost, Jake. Lonely. But I still love you. I swear I do. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. But the evidence lay heavy in my lap. The notebook, the texts, the nights of distance. Together they painted a truth I couldn't ignore. I recorded everything, I muttered, almost to myself. Every rejection, every moment you turned away. I thought I was imagining it, but I wasn't. You were fading, and I let it happen. She sank to her knees in front of me, reaching for my hands. I pulled back. Jake, please, she whispered. We can fix this. I'll end it with him. Whatever it takes. I looked at her, the woman I had built my life around, and saw someone I no longer recognized. The love was still there, buried beneath layers of hurt, but love wasn't enough anymore. I don't know if I can trust you again, I admitted, the words bitter on my tongue. And I don't know if I can trust myself to believe you. Her face broke, a sob escaping. What are you saying? I stood, lifting the notebook. Its weight felt unbearable. I'm saying I need time. I need to figure out if there's anything left worth saving. Her voice cracked as I walked to the door. Jake, wait. But I didn't stop. The door shut behind me, final, like the closing of a book. The night outside was cold, the sky clouded, the stars hidden. I clutched the notebook, a month's worth of unraveling love pressed between its pages, and wondered if tomorrow would bring clarity, or only deeper shadows.